So, you're thinking about adding a French Bulldog to your life. The adorable little charmer with bat-like ears, a squishy face, and a personality big enough to fill any room. Are they as low maintenance as they look? Can they fit into your lifestyle? And most importantly, will they become your ultimate snuggle buddy or your new sassy little boss? Stick around as we dive into everything you need to know about these lovable goofballs. From their quirky habits to their heart-melting loyalty, here's why Frenchies have stolen hearts everywhere, and whether they're the perfect addition to your home. The French Bulldog, or the Bulldog François as it's known in native France, has a fascinating history that's as quirky and lovable as the breed itself. Originally from England, the Bulldog was first bred for bull baiting, a brutal sport where dogs would latch on to the tethered bull's nose. Barbaric, but that was what counted as fun at the time. Luckily, this practice was banned in 1835. However, this left Bulldog breeders confused as they needed to find a new direction for their fighter dogs. So, in a bid to change their luck and in a stroke of pure puppy creativity, they set out to create a smaller, more manageable version of the Bulldog. This, however, wasn't how the French Bulldog came about, but how the toy Bulldog came to be. Weighing between 12 and 25 pounds, this tiny Bulldog would become the ancestor of the French Bulldog we know and love today. So how did these adorable little dogs end up in France? Well, for that we have the mid-19th century to thank. See, as the Industrial Revolution took off in England, many lace workers from Nottingham moved to France for better jobs. And, of course, they brought their toy bulldogs with them. These dogs settled in Normandy, where they slowly evolved into the distinct French Bulldog, and soon enough the breed quickly became a favorite in Paris, especially among cafe owners and artists who loved their charming personalities. They were so loved that artists like Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec captured them in their works, and they became popular among the elite, particularly in the Montmartre district. Now, here's where things get interesting because these dogs somehow made their way into war. Okay, while they weren't fighting on the front lines, they played an important role during World War I. That's because these lovable little dogs became companions for soldiers, especially in France, offering comfort and relief during such tough times. Basically, their affectionate nature and small size made them ideal partners for soldiers far from home. By the late 1800s, the French Bulldog had earned its place as a cultural icon in Paris, and it wasn't long before American tourists visiting Paris fell in love with the breed and brought them back to the States in the 1880s. Soon enough, they became all the rage, and American breeders were especially fond of the French Bulldog's unique bat ears, which became one of the breed's most iconic features. With all that fascinating history in mind, let's now talk about the French Bulldog's size and weight. This is something you need to know before deciding to welcome one of these cuties into your home. When it comes to size, the French Bulldog is full of surprises. Despite being small, these little charmers have a solid muscular build that makes them feel like a compact powerhouse. Typically, they stand between 11 to 13 inches tall at the shoulder, which is roughly the height of a cereal box. But don't let their short stature fool you. They've got a broad chest and sturdy bones, giving them a robust, heavy-set look. Just picture a tiny yet muscular athlete, but with bat-like ears, that make them all the more adorable. It's the kind of build that says, "I'm small but mighty." As for their weight, French Bulldogs don't come in tiny packages, though they're definitely in the small dog category. The adult males usually weigh anywhere between 20 to 28 pounds, which is about the weight of a large bowling ball or a toddler. Females, on the other hand, are a little lighter, weighing between 17 to 24 pounds. Although it's one of their defining traits, you'll still need to watch their weight, as French Bulldogs can be prone to obesity, and these extra pounds can lead to all kinds of health problems, something we'll dive into soon. At birth, French Bulldog puppies are just a few pounds, but they pack on the weight quickly. And by the time they reach 6 months, males are around 15 to 22 pounds and females are around 12 to 20 pounds. At 1 year old, they've reached their full weight, and you'll have that lovable, chunky little companion who's sure to steal hearts. It's always a good idea to consult with your vet to ensure your furry friend stays at their ideal weight. Regular checkups will keep their health in check, and with the right exercise and a balanced diet, they'll continue being the healthy, happy little bulldogs you adore. Okay, now let's talk about what makes these little buddies even more unique. Those stunning colors and patterns that make them truly stand out. With us so far? Hit the like and subscribe button to let us know you enjoy the video. While you're at it, let us know your doggo's name in the comment section below. All done? Great. Now let's talk about the French Bulldog's colors. Coming from the French, you should already know French Bulldogs are little fashionistas of the dog world, with an array of colors and patterns that make each one stand out in its own unique way. Whether they're strutting their stuff on a walk or just lounging on the couch, their stunning coats are sure to turn heads. One of the most popular options of these colors is brindle. This is basically a warm fawn base color covered with dark tiger stripe markings. It's like your little pup is wearing its own natural camouflage. The amount of striping can vary, so no two brindles are exactly alike. Each one is its own masterpiece. Then there's fawn, which can range from a light creamy color all the way to a deep, rich red hue, which is essentially like a beautiful sunset captured in fur. Fun fact: the depth of the fawn color depends on something called the dilution gene, which can give it that light sun-kissed look. If you want something different, we've got cream, the perfect color if you're looking for a soft pale beige or off-white coat. While it's a sweet and subtle look, it doesn't have the same eye-catching appeal in dog shows, where other colors tend to steal the spotlight. If you're on the hunt for something rare and special, blue French Bulldogs are where it's at. The rare color gives off a cool silvery blue tone thanks to a diluted black coat. It's like your furry friend has a sleek modern metallic look going on. For those of you who love a deep, rich, chocolatey vibe, chocolate and cocoa Frenchies are for you. Chocolate is a recessive trait, so it's a bit harder to find, while cocoa offers a slightly lighter but still mouth-watering brown shade. And then of course there's lilac, a soft lavender gray color that's truly one of a kind. This color is created when the blue and cocoa genes combine, giving your French Bulldog a dreamy fairy tale coat. And for the ultimate rarity, consider Isabella, a pale, warm tan that results from the combination of the chocolate and blue genes. It's a color that's so special that it almost feels like you've stumbled upon a hidden gem. But the fun doesn't end there, because French Bulldogs don't just come in solid colors. They can rock some pretty cool patterns too. Take Pied for example. This is when your pup has a white base coat with patches of color scattered across their fur. The variation is huge, with some having just a few patches and others being almost entirely white with just a splash of color. It's like nature's own abstract art. There's also Merle, which is a pattern that gives your dog random splotches of color, typically with a diluted effect. This one is super eye-catching, but be careful. It's not always recommended to breed two Merles together, as it can pose health risks to the puppies. Then we have the exciting brindle pied, which combines the best of both worlds: brindle stripes and patches of color over a white base. It's like a wild mix of patterns and textures that gives your Frenchie a truly unique appearance. Now that we've covered all the glamorous colors and patterns that make French Bulldogs so visually striking, it's time to move on to something just as important: how trainable they are. Training a French Bulldog is an adventure filled with love, patience, and a dash of stubbornness. These charming little companions are incredibly affectionate and form strong bonds with their families. However, they can be a bit independent, which sometimes makes training feel like a challenge. You need to know their desire to please is there, but they often want to do it in their own time. Because of this, starting training early is key to success. Begin as soon as you bring your Frenchie home, ideally around 8 weeks old. Potty training and socialization should be the first priorities. French Bulldogs have small bladders, so a consistent routine for bathroom breaks is essential. Also, socializing them early with people, animals, and new environments helps them grow into well-adjusted dogs. With French Bulldogs, positive reinforcement is the most effective way to train them. These pups thrive on praise and rewards, so short, fun training sessions about 5 to 10 minutes are best. You should also know consistency in commands and routines helps reinforce learning. If they get stubborn, stay calm and patient. redirect their attention to something positive rather than punishing them. With commitment, your French dog will become a well-behaved, affectionate companion. Now, we need to look into something just as important: grooming. These little furballs have some grooming needs that need your attention too. French Bulldogs may sport a sleek, low-maintenance look, but don't let that fool you. These charming little companions need regular grooming to stay healthy and fabulous. For one, even though their short, smooth coat doesn't shed excessively, they still need weekly brushing with a soft bristle brush or a rubber mitt to keep their fur shiny and their skin healthy. And during shedding season, you're going to need to bump up those brushing sessions. Trust us, your furniture will thank you. When it comes to baths, Frenchies don't really need a lot. A bath every 1 to 3 months is fine, unless they've had a particularly messy adventure. When bathing, use a gentle, dog-approved shampoo to protect their sensitive skin. And always dry those iconic wrinkles thoroughly to avoid irritation or infections. Speaking of wrinkles, yes, they're adorable, but they're also a dirt magnet, so you need to gently clean these folds with a damp cloth, ensuring they're dry afterwards. Besides that, you'll also need to do regular checks for redness or odor, which will help nip any potential skin problems in the bud. You should also trim those nails every 2 to 4 weeks to prevent discomfort. For their bat-like ears, a quick clean every few weeks keeps infections at bay. And don't forget dental hygiene. Regular brushing and chew toys will keep their smile dazzling for a very long time. Remember, a well-groomed Frenchie isn't just a happier pup, it's a healthier one. And with the health risks they have, you honestly need to pay attention. French Bulldogs may be small in size, but their health concerns can be anything but. These charming pups come with a fair share of challenges. Let's get into it. Take their adorable squishy faces, for example. That signature look comes with brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome, BOAS, a fancy name for breathing troubles caused by their flat noses. Because of this, these pups can snore louder than your uncle after Thanksgiving dinner, and do so while struggling with overheating, so you're going to have to think twice before a long walk on a summer afternoon. And those cute wrinkles aren't safe either, as they're a hot spot for skin issues like dermatitis. If not cleaned regularly, those folds become a playground for bacteria. For these dogs, allergies are also common, showing up as itchy skin or red patches. And their ears, though floppy and cute, can be magnets for infections. And that's still not all, because their delicate spines can suffer from spinal deformities like hemivertebrae, which causes mobility issues. Owning a Frenchie means embracing their quirks, from snorting snores to a lifetime of extra TLC. But hey, isn't that part of their charm? Speaking of quirks, here's some more you need to know. One of the first quirks you need to know of the chubby friend is their playful stubbornness. These little goofballs have a knack for digging in their heels, literally and figuratively. If they decide a command doesn't vibe with their mood, they'll just sit there, staring at you with those big soulful eyes as if to say, "Convince me." But bring out a treat or a favorite toy and suddenly they're all ears. Then there's their snoring symphony. Frenchies are brachycephalic, which means their cute squishy faces come with some serious snoring action. It's not unusual to hear them sawing logs louder than you might be comfortable with. It's so bad that some people might find it disruptive. But to most Frenchie lovers, it's an oddly comforting background noise. And oh, the zoomies. Out of nowhere, your laid-back buddy could just transform into a rocket, zipping around the house in an epic burst of energy. It's pure joy in motion, and it's impossible not to laugh as they zoom past furniture like a tiny tornado. These quirks are just the beginning of what makes French Bulldogs unique. But now it's time for the ultimate question. Who's the best match for these spirited companions? Stick around. We're talking about their ideal owner next. What makes someone the perfect match for a French Bulldog? Spoiler alert, it's not just anyone. These adorable little charmers might look easygoing, and they are mostly, but their ideal owners need to bring some specific qualities to the table. First off, French Bulldogs thrive with someone who has a relaxed yet attentive lifestyle. They don't demand endless hours of exercise, no need for a marathon partner here, but they do love their short daily walks and playtime. Think of them as your Netflix and cuddle buddy with a side of mild adventure. If you're home a lot or work remotely, they'll absolutely adore being your shadows. Frenchies aren't fans of being left alone for long hours. They're social butterflies and will miss you dearly. Space-wise, they're versatile. Apartment living, perfect. House with a yard, even better. But one thing their future parent must be ready for is their need for care in extreme weather. Frenchies can overheat or chill quickly due to their adorable but sensitive bodies, so their owner should be vigilant and protective. Ultimately, a Frenchie's dream owner is someone who's all in for love, snuggles, and a pinch of sass. Ready for the commitment? They'll pay you back with endless loyalty. And that's a wrap, folks. Everything you need to know about whether a French Bulldog is the perfect furry companion for your life. Do you think this lovable little snug bug is the one for you? Let us know in the comments below. If you're still exploring, don't worry, we've got plenty of other amazing breeds to showcase on the channel. You're bound to find a four-legged friend that fits your lifestyle like a paw in a glove. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to stay in the loop on all things canine and help us spread the love for our favorite four-legged pals. Until next time, give your pets an extra cuddle, stay happy, and take care. Goodbye.